Okay, everybody, we're going to start in just a few minutes here. It looks like we're getting a few more people pop in, but let's take another few seconds and let everybody join in. Okay, let's see. Looks like we've got a few. We're going to, whoops. I just changed my view, so now I'm confused. Hang on a second. Okay. Okay. Getting little messages here and there too, just making sure we've got everything ready to go. Am I freezing still?
No.
Okay. All right. My internet has been kind of bad this week, so hopefully we don't have a problem tonight. But I wanted to welcome you all. I hope you're all enjoying using your oils this week. I know it's only been 1 week since we really started, and it sounded like there was quite a few that we had that ended up getting their oils just a couple days late. So we have people just a little bit kind of all over. So hopefully we can kind of reel that in and let everybody kind of know what's going on and get everybody on the same page. But we are excited to kind of go over what's been going on with all of you. So tonight we're going to go over several different things. First, we want to hear some of your experiences, right? We want to talk to you about those. We would like to give you just a quick reminder of what the intention of the study is. So we want you to be really well educated on how to use these oils. If you have questions, please feel free to call or text or Facebook message or however you choose to talk to those that have invited you to this. So whether that was myself or Alyssa or Olivia, please get in contact with us if you have any questions or if you're having problems with getting on the Facebook page or anything like that. That's where you get a lot of the little tidbits of information, that sort of thing. But we really want you to know how to use these oils and what to know what the benefits are, and then why they're so effective as well. So we want to be able to have you be able to use them in your daily life from right now and beyond. So today we're going to talk to you a little bit about those experiences. We want to talk to you about getting how we can use them to get to the root of the issue. And that's going to be a big difference between oils and natural health care versus like the medications that you might get from your doctors. We also will have a little guest, Alyssa, on. She's going to give us some of her testimonies as to some of the products. There we go. Some of the products that she's been able to use and how that's changed changed her life a little bit. And then also we're going to go over the products that we're going to have this week. So to really kind of get us kicked off, we're going to have Olivia help us talk to us a little bit more about healthcare.
Okay, hi everybody and welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I think it's really important to understand where our angle is with the essential oils and why we turn to essential oils to help us in our healthcare, because it's great to have them at your fingertips when you have something come up in your life that you need instant relief or instant help with. So I just want to kind of talk to you about something we call doTERRA's healthcare. And with conventional healthcare, as well as natural healthcare, oh, sorry, you threw me off there. We spend a lot of time just treating the symptoms instead of really getting to the root cause. A lot of times it's just putting a Band-Aid over something. Like, I'm getting a lot of migraines. Let's just pop a bunch of Tylenol instead of really getting to the root cause of why am I getting so many migraines. So we really like to dig deep and then get to that root cause. Sometimes when, that Tylenol doesn't work, we have to go to a prescription medication. But a lot of the time, it's also still just treating that symptom. And we're not doing anything for that root cause. Even this week with the oils, they're really helping to treat the symptoms that you guys have going on. So Tara has put up the doTERRA Wellness Lifestyle. This is our doTERRA pyramid, basically, our healthcare pyramid. And the top two bars are informed self-care and proactive medical care. And what that means is informed self-care is what we are doing now with the oils. We have the tools in our hands. We're implementing this informed self-care. We're learning about the oils and we're using them. Proactive medical care is when we go to the doctor who will help us with our overall symptoms, okay? And it's best that they use integrative medicine as well as modern medicine, but it's nice to have this alternative in your hands. So the biggest part of this pyramid is the bottom 4 bars, because we know that reducing toxic load is huge, rest and managing stress is huge, exercise and eating right are all very vital to your overall health and wellness. And that's going to help with some of those underlying things that you have going on. So we really need to focus on eating right. What are you eating? Really, are you eating nutritious foods? Are you paying attention to what you take off your plate and put in your mouth? Okay. And then even more, how are you digesting those foods? Are they even, the nutrients even getting into your body so they can help your body work at its optimal level? So we're constantly putting things in our bodies that are packaged, processed. I'm totally guilty of it. It's so much easier to just grab a pizza for dinner or, go through the drive-through when my kids are hungry. But it's not good for our bodies, obviously. So just having that awareness of what we're putting in our bodies is going to be huge on our overall health. It also has a lot to do with our mood. How we eat really affects our mood. It's crazy that, eating something that doesn't agree with your body can put you kind of in a grumpy mood. We also want to focus on how much exercise we're getting, how much rest and sleep we're getting, and what our quality of sleep is, how we're managing that stress in our lives. And then, of course, how we manage the toxins that we come in contact with every single day. Like, we can't avoid it. It's just, it's the world. It's how we live. But how can we be proactive with reducing that toxic load in our homes? And that's just all bringing awareness, no judgment or making you feel bad about yourself. Just, really being aware of where can you really up level the things on your wellness pyramid. Okay. But right now, I really just want to focus on the eating right, because I think that's something that we can control. We can choose what we decide to put in our mouths. And sometimes our cells see this food and the packaged food, and they have no idea what it is or what to do with it. They don't even know what real nutrients are anymore. And our food is very depleted because our soils change. So we really need to have some extra tools to help our bodies. And so I just want to touch on really quick about something called the Lifelong Vitality. And it is, it's one of the most popular products that we sell for people, and it's not an oil. It's actually a supplement. And this is really the first part of taking control of what your body needs to help repair itself. And there are 3 different supplements that come with the LLV, and they are appropriately named Lifelong Vitality, because together they're going to really help lower that inflammation and pain in your body. They're going to help you with your stress. They're going to help balance your emotions. They actually help give you energy with no harmful stimulants. And they give you a full multivitamin to help you get all of the stuff that you're missing from the food that you're eating. So that's really going to help your body. And then, of course, they have essential oils in them. They have oils that we need. They have clove. They have frankincense. And you might not be familiar with some of these oils, but frankincense is the king of oils. He's the powerhouse of them all. It also has thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. And those just really help. They're kind of like a tummy tamer, to just, because a lot of times people will take a supplement and say that they feel sick afterwards. So they have to eat with their supplements. And this just really helps your supplements not bother your stomach and then really absorb into your system. And then the third one is the alpha CRS, and this really helps kick out those free radicals, the toxins that we are absorbing every single day, whether we want to or not. This third supplement is really going to help your body be able to repair itself on a cellular level, and it's also going to give you some energy. So this is I can't tell you enough about this Lifelong Vitality. I know we're an essential oil group and we're talking about essential oils. These supplements changed my life. You guys heard my story in the first Zoom. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I had a lot of issues, a lot of baggage from cancer. And these supplements gave me back my life, and I will scream it from the rooftops. I love them so much. If there's one product that I had to pick out of everything, it would be these supplements. And I know Alyssa has some really great testimonies on this, and so she's going to share with you some of the things that the vitamins have done for her life.
Awesome. Thank you, Olivia. I think you covered it just perfectly. And something that really stood out to me in what you were talking about is just that even when we do try to eat healthy, our food isn't what it used to be. Our soils are depleted. And so that's not something to get hung up on and to be so concerned on that then we throw up our arms and be like, oh, well, then let's just eat whatever. I think we still need to do the best that we can, but we all have our down days. We all have our days where tonight my kids had grilled cheese. So, hey, we do our best. But so my story with LLV really kind of goes back several years ago, about 3.5 years now. And I was eating pretty healthy, trying to take care of my family the best way that I could, but I still didn't feel very good. I didn't have the energy that I wanted. I didn't have the aches and pains that I struggled with. They weren't going away. And I would use the products. I would use Deep Blue and that kind of stuff, and that would help for a time. But once I started taking LLV, it really helped to reduce the amount of time that I had to use the oils. And so I was actually working with a chiropractor at the time, and she had me on 20 different supplements to help with my energy, to help with my depression. I was really struggling at that time, and I got kind of tired of it, and I wasn't being consistent because 20 supplements, that was like, I felt like all I was doing was just shoving supplements in. And so finally I just kind of gave in, and I shoved those to the side, and I said, I'm going to stick with this LLV, and I'm going to take it consistently and see what happens. And at that point, it was a couple of weeks in, I noticed that my energy shifted. I was able to, during my pregnancy, I was about 6 months in, I was able to keep up with my 3 young girls and my husband, and we lead a pretty active lifestyle. We like to be outside and on the go, and so it was nice to be able to have something that gave me that sustained energy, and then also gave me the nutrients that I needed for my body and for my baby that I was growing. And so ever since then, I've stuck with them, and they're my go-to product for my mood. They really help with keeping me even. I can tell when I've missed a dose or two because my mood just kind of is a little bit more erratic, and a little bit more irritable, my husband would call it. And so I definitely recommend these. They're like my mommy must-have mood support supplements. And then for the energy, they're just priceless. And so my husband, I would rally him and get him in here, but he's holding down the fort so that we can be with you guys. But his go-to product and something that he doesn't live without is these supplements. And his story is that when we first started these, he was taking some other stuff as well, and he would lose it in his truck. He's a contractor. He builds houses for a living. And so he, as he's getting older, has more aches and pains. And so I would buy him stuff. I would buy him really expensive supplements at the Vitamin Cottage or the big box store, and he would lose them. And I would be so mad because I'm like, I just spent money on that. What do you mean you lost it already? But it was because he didn't notice the difference. And so when I knew that these supplements worked was when he asked me to reorder them, because he'd gone through the whole bottle without losing them. And so he doesn't miss a day, and we've been taking them for several years now. So I know there's a lot of people out there that have supplements and stuff, but doTERRA, they really put a lot into making sure these supplements work for people. So that's all I have. I'm going to hand it back over to Tara. She's going to finish up giving you your instructions for the next coming week.
Okay, so we have had, kind of a mass of people that, like I said at the beginning, we had some that got the oils a little later than others. So I just kind of wanted to recap what the plan is for it. what we're going to be doing and what we have been doing is we really would like for you to be able to get on that Facebook page so that you can look at all of the information that we've got posted on there. It just makes it a lot easier to kind of keep everybody all together and on the same page. First off, we know we had the first oil really should go for the first 4 days. So whether you received your oils and started that, Wednesday, or it seemed like a lot of people were getting them like Friday or Saturday. So if you got yours on Friday, you would only be really like 2 days behind everybody else. Excuse me. So it's days 1 through 4 is that first oil that you have on your little card. Then on day 2, or the second phase would be days 5 through 6, 7, and 8, 5 through 8, and then days 9 through 9, 10, 11, 12, 9 through 12, right? And then on day 13 and 14, you can really use whichever oils work best for you. And just kind of keep us up to date on what's going on with you, how you're liking them, if you're running into any problems again with anything, maybe kind of recap how to use them, if that sounds okay with all of you. So for the sleep study, with the first 4 days you're using lavender, and then you're going to move to Serenity. Those, you should be using Serenity right now. They are amazingly comforting. So a lot of times people like to put that on their pillow. They can put a couple drops on their pillow, take a couple taps and tap behind your ear, back here on that bone right down below your earlobe there. That's a really good place to do it. Put it in your hand, just cup it, smell it that way. Put them on the bottoms of your feet. You can tap a few on the bottoms of your feet. I know some of you were having a hard time getting the oil to come out. We had showed Olivia had kind of held it like this and then tap the top. If you're still having problems with that, I had suggested a couple of my ladies to just take it off and then just actually like hit the where the oil would come out onto the bottom of your foot. So you're going to get just a little bit of oil there. Do that about 3 or 4 times, depending on how much oil you get, and then just rub that in. So that's going to be a really good way to use your oil throughout for the evening when you're trying to get to sleep. For those of you in the pain study, we've already put a couple posts up, and if you're running into peppermints pretty strong, or even Aroma Touch can be pretty strong, that's going to be your second oil that you're going to be using. And then the third one is the Deep Blue, which is the rub. Again, that rub is going to be really easy to use. It will go a little bit, goes a long ways. That's why it's in a little tiny tub. So just basically you just touch it. And then if I know one of the gals here has got ankle issues, so really very little for the ankles, all you would need. You can rub that all around, but you definitely are not going to be like slathering it on. You don't want to grab a whole thing and rub it all over everywhere. It's going to light you up. So we want you to just, use a little bit at first, and if you need more, then add more. That's fine. Adding is perfectly good. It's better to start with little and move forward. Stress. You're going to be using that wild orange first off. Really cup that in your hands, carry it with you, smell it straight from the bottle. You can I like to put it on my chest and sometimes even on my clothes, so that the leftovers, rub it on the back of your neck so that you can really get the benefits of those oils being right around your neck and going up into that limbic system right away. And then your second oil would be Balance, and then the last oil would be Peace. Was it Peace? No, not Peace, Elevation. Excuse me. And then digestive, those ones who are in the digestive study, we started you off with the Digest Zen, and then we'd move to the peppermint, and then the ginger. That one you can put in water. You can just drop it right in a shot glass. You can drop it in a glass of water, 4 ounces of water, depending on how you like to do it. Some people like to dilute it and sip on it for a while. Some people like to just shoot it and get it over with if they don't like the flavor of it. So then you can also rub it on your tummy. You can rub it on your, over your lower abdomen if you're having, intestinal discomfort or something of that sort. So there's just quite a variety of ways to use that. You can also put them on the bottoms of your feet. So the bottoms of your feet, like I think we've talked a little bit about it, but they have the largest pores in your body, and there's more of them per square inch than anywhere else either, or as well. So it really makes a difference being able to just go ahead and get those oils on your feet. That's one of the most common places to put them. Mamas put those on their babies all the time there. A lot of times that's the only place we'll put it on them, and they still really receive the benefits of that. Your body knows what to do with those oils, okay? So I want to kind of break it open to everybody as well and let them know, hey, we're here for if you have questions, if you'd like to share what you've got, some of your experiences, what's been going on with you. Let's see, who do we have here? I'm going to pick on you guys. Let's see. We've got Peggy and Sandy, Janie. Anybody wanting to talk? I know Jan. Let's see. The pain studies are one of the easier ones to be able to see a lot of the benefits from it. Because, you can feel the effects of that peppermint right away. So let's see.
So if you feel up to sharing, we would love to hear from you. So if you're new to Zoom and you want to unmute yourself, you should see a little microphone with a red slash through that. Go ahead and just click on that and that will unmute you. I see Peggy's unmuted.
I did it.
Yeah.
I finally got the audio and everything working.
Awesome.
Well, I'm not in the pain study, but I am going to try it because I just had a little procedure on my shoulder and I have tried the peppermint, so I will try it. And I need to be more consistent with the sleep medicine. We'll see how that works. Lavender wasn't quite enough for me. My brain's too busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
trying. That's okay. That's common. That's okay. That's common. Sleep is kind of one of those difficult ones. Sometimes it can be hormones that are causing us to have sleep issues. Sometimes that can be, just anxiety issues. Sometimes even like we had said, the stress oils a lot of times will work for that. So that's okay. Lavender is one that doesn't work for me either. Mainly because I have one of those weird systems that antihistamines don't work well for me. So they actually make me a little bit more the opposite, like jittery or something. So lavender's definitely got that effect on some people, and it doesn't make me jittery, but it definitely doesn't help me sleep. But I love the smell of it, and I use it throughout the day just for calming, and I use that one more as a stress one. I can't remember, was it you maybe Peggy? I was telling that I use that on my legs too. I'll go for a run, or if I get really sore muscles, lavender works really good for that too. So, but yeah, thank you for sharing.
Lavender oil in a lot of the over-the-counter products and throwing them away now because they have a lot of chemicals I don't need.
Yeah.
But I'm saving the bottles, and I'll put the good stuff.
Good. Okay. Good deal. All right.
Awesome.
Is there anybody else? Does anybody have any questions?
Well, I want to know if there's carrier oils in everything that you have, or should we be putting the drops onto carrier oil?
Let's see. Actually, the only ones that were diluted were was the peppermint, because that one was just a lot stronger than the others. When I first started doTERRA, we just used oils neat all the time. There's a lot of different benefits to diluting the oils. You can, definitely make them go a little bit further. They aren't as strong. They don't flash off as easily. So they have, the effect of the oil, carrier oil can help the permeability be a little bit slower, does that make sense? So that the oil actually goes in and takes a little bit longer time to make it not necessarily make an effect, but maybe a more lasting effect. If that makes sense. So if you have, especially with the pain study, you want to dilute that oil so that it will penetrate at a little bit slower rate as well. So it has a longer lasting effect. The penetration. Go ahead.
Oh, I heard that the oils are actually not oiled, and they will evaporate pretty quickly without a carrier oil.
Right, and they do. They do, and that's why they're really good for when you want to do, say you want to use something for breathing, so say you've got a chest cold or something. you can actually just put that essential oil in your hand and breathe in the vapors, and it really has a good strong effect on your lungs. If you so there's times like that. Also for the stress study, if you're wanting to just get a lot of the aromatic benefits, where you will want to use it neat, where you just breathe that in and it can go straight into your brain and make those needed necessary changes. Do you guys have anything else?
Stand for?
Neat just means straight.
Oh, okay.
Just straight. So like there's no dilution. Yeah. Great questions. Anybody else have any questions? Okay. All right, we're back. All right.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Lauren. I really liked the orange. Like my daughter was following me around trying to sniff the orange. She loved it. But when I started using the balance on my feet, I found that I broke out in hives directly afterward. So I diluted it, and I did it again this morning, and it happened again. Should I not put it on my feet? I guess if my pores are larger on my feet.
What do you guys think, Alyssa?
Yeah, that's something that if you are feeling like it's causing you a reaction that you don't like, definitely stop using that one and go back to maybe using the orange. Were you noticing an effect from the orange?
Yeah.
Your daughter liked it. Did you like it?
Yeah, no, it was great. Even my husband noticed a difference on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. How about inhaling it? Does that seem to be okay for you, or do you like the smell of it?
Of the balance?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not my favorite. I really love the citrus.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not bad. I don't dislike it.
Yeah, it's one that kind of grows on you. Actually, it wasn't my favorite one either at first. I didn't really love the tree oils at first.
Yeah.
Now I crave them. Like that's what I want, is the trees, because I don't know if it was a mind connection or if my body just learned to like them, but I was like, this is like when I'm outside in the mountains and it makes me so happy. I'm so excited. So now,
that's how I feel about
every day
citrus.
balance. Yeah. No, citrus is very uplifting. It really is. They make you joyful for sure.
Yeah.
Balance is more like a calming, centering thing. So like if you're feeling frazzled rather than down, balance might work better for that for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just recommend playing around with the balance, maybe just smelling it rather than putting it on your body, because it sounds like there might be something going on there. It's rare, but it does happen where people have a reaction to the oils. And so just use common sense with that. And I'm just excited that you're loving the orange, because the oils are definitely my go-tos as well. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
Well, I'm actually glad she brought that up, because I think that's a great reminder of what we had said in the first Zoom about all of our bodies being different. And it's just like when you go to the doctor and you get a prescription and maybe you try it for a month and it doesn't work. What do? We go back to the doctor and ask for a different one, right? We don't give up on it. We don't think it's never going to work, so it's the same thing with the oils. Like we said in the beginning, we're all made different. So I'm so glad that you brought that up. Thank you for sharing that with us, so we could really, really see how it was working different for you, but you were able to use a different oil for that. So kudos to you. Thank you.
Does anybody else? Okay. Well, I wanted to just also help everybody to remember that this is a study. We want you to really pay attention to how oils are affecting you. So ask yourself questions, like consciously think about it. How does it smell? Am I calmer when I've used it? Does my stomach feel better? Does my knee feel better? Does my back feel better? Did I sleep even just a little bit better? Did I get some better rest? Then also think about like the time frame involved as well. Did I feel better right away? Did it take a few minutes? Was it a half an hour later before I started feeling better? But try and notice and kind of make a note, either mentally or even on paper would be great too, to kind of give us an idea as to when those oils are working for you, how they're working for you, which ones you did and didn't like, that sort of thing. And like Olivia said again, definitely we're all different. Like I said, lavender doesn't really work that great for me for sleep, but for the vast majority of humanity, lavender works great. So babies love it, and it works great for them as well. So I encourage you guys to just keep up with the study. I'm really excited that you guys have, it sounds like a lot of you have been really using them and are seeing some success. So that's awesome. And then we're going to just be in contact with you in the next few days as well, just kind of keep track with you. It seems like texting seems to work a lot more better with a lot of you. So, but again, feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text, Alyssa, Olivia, so that we can keep you up to date with what's going on, or really just assist you in whatever way necessary. Okay, does that sound good? All right, so next week, same time, same place, right? So Tuesday at 7 Mountain Time, 9 Eastern. So that way we can just kind of recap what's going on, and just that'll be kind of our little final hoorah as to the essential oil study. So we'll keep everybody posted on what's going to be going, and the links for that. That's actually the same links. So, but just I'll send out those emails again as well. So, guess that's it. For anything else, Olivia, Alyssa, anything? You guys good? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you guys. Have a good week.
Thank you. Have